All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're talking top 5 losers from the Vikings-Rams game. The Vikings season is officially over, but you don't be a loser. Get over to Minigrown. We got a new promo code.
Really?
One Lup, ONELUP gets you 50% off. Everybody who's used the Skull promo code, that was kind of a one and done. You get a brand new, beautiful code. One Lup, 50% off. Mini grown is the best, and we're going to need a lot of these puppies in the off season. So stock up.
New year, new code. Yes, I popped a couple of mini groans last night to get me through that game, and it definitely did help. But losers, we kept the 5. We could have had probably 15.
We could have had 53. We could have had 53 of those puppies, but I'm going to try to not to really go on a rampage here, but let's start with Sam Darnold. Yeah. We got to start with Sam Darnold. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
We hoped last week against Lions was a mirage. Like it was just him under the spotlight, getting nervous, being scared. But what did we see? We saw the same damn player, a player who instead of throwing the ball away, turns his body, takes sack. Yeah, his O-line did him no favors. But still, 9 sacks, 8 of those were probably on him for just holding the ball, turning his body, letting himself get hit, inaccurate throws. He did have a quarterback rating that was better than last week, a 77.6, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. The fumble was horrible. Interception was bad. It was just, I don't know how it happened. Like, how do you go from being so good all season long till the end and just completely changing and looking like the player many thought we were getting when we signed him?
Well, and I want to address that because, like, the people coming out of the woodwork who were bitching about the signing, who said he's never going to be good, all of a sudden they're back. They're back out saying, I told you so. I told you so. Look at this. See, this guy wasn't going to do anything. Bringing him back. You know what? Shame on you. Shame on you for even bringing that up. Kevin O'Connell takes this dude, has his best season. Did he shit the bed at the end of the season? 100%. 2 most important games of his life, and he looked like the Sam Darnold that's been a bust. But if you're coming out now saying that stuff, it's like, dude, come on, man. That's so brutal. Enjoy what Sam Darnold did. It was a beautiful season. It was one of the best seasons the Vikings have ever had, and you have to drink that up.
Well, here's the problem, though. It is. It's a beautiful, delicious season, but it's also like when you get like maybe a really good steak and it's just, you eat it, it's delicious, but then like 3 hours later, you get a horrible stomach ache and you get the shits. Like that's as good as that was. The ending, I want to know years from now the taste we're going to have from this season. Like, is it going to still be tainted? We're going to love the ride that we were on early, and how fun it was? I
loved the ride. The steak tasted really good.
It did.
And you know what? I'll take the repercussions because of how good that was. And it's just like Sam Darnold, to me, it's just the spotlight was too big. He's never been there. It's damn near like a rookie playing his first playoff game. He's either going to rise up to it or he's going to crap the bed. He crapped the bed. He crapped all over the field. There's no denying how bad Sam Darnold was. Like the mistakes he was making, taking that sack on 3rd and 8, like some of that stuff was just so like elementary for a quarterback, things not to do. I honestly think he was it got to a point between last week and this week. He was taking those sacks. It was in his mind. He was trying to overcompensate and just make something happen, and it just ruined him. It was so stupid. He should have just threw the ball away, and it made him look even worse.
And a couple times, his first read was there. He was just not throwing the ball. Like, and that was last week. That was this week. I don't understand it. Why he's not pulling the trigger. Who knows what's going on with Sam?
It's not our problem. It's not
our problem anymore. He lost himself some money. Curious to see where he ends up and what kind of contract he's offered this offseason.
I 100% still think he will get a contract. He will be a starting quarterback. It will not be here. Kevin O'Connell basically said it without saying it. But Sam Darnold, unfortunately, 2 weeks in a row after that beautiful season, he is a loser. Who else we got?
Well, we can pick your poison on the old line. Let's go with Brian O'Neill, a guy who was really getting more than he could handle with Jared Verse last night.
Yeah, of all the guys that I would never have imagined that we couldn't count on, Brian O'Neill is the guy. And he went out with the concussion. Hopefully that's all good. But he was getting worked. He was getting worked badly over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing we're used to seeing. It's very weird.
Push back into Sam Darnold a couple times. Brian O'Neill with a rare tough game.
What is this? Is that a squirrel?
I think it's supposed to be a reindeer. It looks Christmassy.
You're right. Brian O'Neill, I don't even want to talk about him anymore because he's on this list probably one every 30 games. Hopefully the concussion thing is all good. He did take a big hit, but that just shows how good that Rams defensive front really is too, though, because he was getting worked. Jared Verse, hot damn, is he good?
He is very good. Who's not very good is Blake Brandel. We've come used to this. He's horrible. Vikings find something else there. I don't think we really need to talk about him and what he does.
No, and Kevin O'Connell, even in his press conference, said that that needs to be addressed. It will be addressed. It better be addressed. If we even bring back one of those guys, who let's just put Dalton Reisner on there. That experiment's over. Dalton Reisner, next guy on the list. You know what? We brought him back. The fact that he started over Ed Ingram also shows how bad Ed Ingram is. But Reisner, tough to watch. Interior offensive line. Who else we got? We got KOC.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, got to throw the coach on there. Play calling. The biggest thing for me is just how slow they were. Fourth quarter. I mean, it was still a 3-score game, but running the ball, taking your sweet ass time to get to play in, sweet ass time. I mean, 2 plays were taking over a minute. It was painful.
Play calling didn't bother me as much. I just think the execution was most of the problem. But
he was calling run plays in the fourth quarter.
That's what I was getting to. So, he's still dropping Sam Darnold back. Maybe do some shorter drops, get the ball out quick. He just kept bringing him back there, and every time you get hit, I don't think the team was really ready. He even had this glazed over look in his face. The defense, that first drive, were all kind of standing there. They woke up. Offensively, there was just this team just didn't look ready to play, which was unexcusable. Playoff game. You don't make any progress positively from how you looked last week to this week. We all kind of thought, man, the Vikings would come up fired up, ready to go, and just have these games where you just destroy everybody right from the top. Everything was going your way. It didn't happen at all. And then, you're alluding to, there was 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, and he conceded it. Starts running the ball, taking his time. All he wanted to do was get the hell out of there. You could tell there was no urgency. There was no throwing the ball down the field, trying to get back in this game. No one was running to the ball after they caught it. It was all just slow plodding. Let's get this thing over and go home. And that, to me, was inexcusable.
I don't think he wanted to get out of there and get home, because the last 2 drives, when there was 3 minutes left, he was throwing it on every play. It was a mixed bag. It was a completely mixed bag. Speaking of bag, get yourself a bag of gummies. Get over to Mini Grown. Use the code 1LUP. 50% off. 50% off. Mini Grown. We love you. Made right here in Minnesota. Wonderful drinks, apparel as well. KOC. He is one of the best coaches in the league. If anybody wants to poo-poo that, man, I got nothing for you. But he didn't have his boys show up, and he's 0 for 2 in the playoffs now. Got to fix that. No excuses.
And it's just, just embarrassing loss.
Very embarrassing. I'm embarrassed right now.
Let me ask you this. I saw a lot of reactions on the live last night. No more coach of the year for KOC. What do you think?
I still think that he should get coach of the year based off of expectations, what he did with Sam Darnold. You can't say he didn't, he has nothing to do with what Sam Darnold did. He has 95% of what happened was because of him. 14 wins in a team that was over under at 6. Hell yeah.
Everything they overcame at the beginning of the season. I mean, no team went through the turmoil the Vikings did to get them where they were. Again, it's just what's so weird about this season. It's you got this beautiful ride and then just ended so badly. It's just so tainted.
Well, I mean, and you got to put in Darius out for the year. I mean, we bring in Cam Robinson. I mean, Kyrie Jackson passing away. I mean, everything was just against the Vikings. And he said, F you, I'm going to get 14 wins. And then I'm going to shit the bed in the playoffs.
No, I'm going to shit the bed, but
shit all over the field.
Yeah. So again, this is just a confusing.
My heart hurts. My heart hurts this morning. On to the off season, but those are our winners. Unfortunately, some of these guys have been very familiar to this list, and hopefully they aren't wearing purple next year. So let us know your losers in the comments. Get over to Mini Grown. Use promo code 1LUP.
You know who will be wearing purple next year? Me. This guy. I ain't giving up.
Look at this. Still. Let's go. All
right, remember this, guys. The largest icicle on record was found in northwest China, measured 98 feet in height and 49 feet wide.
It's good size.